stock. What is called stock? Stock nothing but the resource under potential, which means example, river water is there in dams. We are able to produce the hydroelectricity through the river water, but there is no plant, power plant, there is no hydroelectricity plant. So that type of resource come under stock, which means the technology and to access the resource not available, so that the resource come under stock. And reserve nothing but stock, simultaneous word only, which means equal word only. Reserve, which means deposits, maybe that coal deposits are there, petroleum deposits are there, okay, in underground of the earth, and somewhere it is stocked but not yet utilized. Maybe in future that is going to utilize it. That is the difference between stock and reserve. And development of resources, how we have to develop the resources. And you see any resource, any type of resource, you take coal, petroleum, iron ore, minerals, forest resources, or any resource you have to take, the quantity and quality and mapping and surveying compulsory. Example, a resource is there, how can we know the quantity, and how we have to know the quality of that resources, and if it is there or not, how can we know, and where it is available, how can we know? So that we have to knowing purpose, we have to survey that one, and about the quality and the quantity and availability and mapping and surveying also need. For that only countrywide the surveys is going on, and so many surveys like geological surveys is there, underground of the earth, minerals purpose, even water resource purpose also, underground water departments also working, and forest and wildlife purpose also, so many surveys they are conducting. Not only these days, from British, in 8th class history we learned about the surveys. The survey started by British also in India. Till now we are following. Which purpose? The quality and quantity knowing purpose. Then only we are able to use the resource. Otherwise we are going to lose. Example, some places petroleum deposits are there. The government is planning to set up the drills and collecting the petroleum. And wherever if they are not surveying or not find out the resources, and they will set up the drill, means it is useful, that is useless only. So that the quality and quantity and availability and for that survey and mapping is needed. That is important, very important. And what is sustainable development? Sustainable development nothing but we are using the resources. Example, for example, we are using coal today. Within 150 to 200 years, the coal deposits are going to end in India. So that we have to use in careful manner. We have to save the coal. Not only coal. So you take any type of resources. Which purpose? We have to use the resources in careful manner for future generation purpose. That is called sustainable development. For that only international summits are held. Very important summit is Rio-de-jenerio Summit. It is called Rio-de-jenerio Earth Summit, held in 1992. 1992, Rio-de-jenerio, one of city in located in Brazil, and nearly 100 above heads of the countries participated. They attended the conference. And what they decided? They talked about conservation of resources. They talked about sustainable development. And they talked about to check the pollution globally. And they talked about to environment protection. And they made an agenda that is called Agenda 21. Agenda 21 nothing but by 21st century they have to conserve the resources in the form of sustainable development. So that a resource planning in India, UNCD, before UNCD, United Nations Conference on Environment Development, United Nations Conference on Environment Development. In 1992, these summit only, Rio-de-jenerio summit conference only, they decided and they agreed and they signed the agenda. Till now local bodies also following that one. Which purpose? Environment protection purpose and sustainable development purpose. All the resources in careful manner we are using. Okay. Best example I will say. NTPC plants are there countrywide. Ramagundam, we have nearby Ramagundam plant, and countrywide the plants are there. They are nowadays they are set up in solar panels also, solar plants also. Which purpose? Coal they are using. Instead of coal, they are producing through solar energy. For which purpose? They are saving the energy, they are saving the resource for future generation purpose in the form of sustainable development. This is one of the part of agenda 21, Rio-de-jenerio agenda 21. And resource planning in India. Resource planning, every country is needed. In India also, mapping and surveying and quality and quantity purpose countrywide it is going on. Example, all the resources are not equally available in India. Example, coal deposits some areas are there, and in Arunachal Pradesh you see water resources are heavy. And while you going to Rajasthan arid area, the wind energy is more, at the same time solar energy also more. Okay, and how we have to conserve the resources. Okay, resource planning. See, resource planning inside some areas resource availability is more. Just now I told Rajasthan wind and solar energy is more, and coming to Ladakh, the heritage is excellent, heritage is there, but lack of infrastructural facilities. In the same way, north and eastern side, northeastern states, okay, eastern parts of India, the states also facing the same problem. Infrastructural facilities are lacked. Why? Because the places are located in high hilly areas. Okay, the topography is very difficult. Living conditions also very difficult. So we have to balance the resources. So that government is planning for resources in the form of 5-year plans. First year plan time also 1950s, 52s time also. They gave priority for resource planning. Till now, every year resource planning programs is going on in the part of sustainable development. And conservation, nothing but saving. We have to save the environment, mainly environment, which means we have to protect the resources. Now, usually indirectly environment will be protected. How it is? You see, we have save the energy, we have to save the electricity. When we example, when we are not using the electrical appliances, we have to switch off the appliances, maybe lights or fans, ACs or whatever it is. And not only that, we are walkable distances, we are going by bikes or cars, nearby distances, then we have to use by walk. Okay, we can walk also, walkable distances, so that we can minimize the resource. So many steps that is in our hand only. Government also giving so many taking so many steps for that one. Mainly sustainable development purpose, they are using the renewable resources, mainly the solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, tidal power energy. Now government giving priority for that one. Which purpose? Conservation. So if we are conserve the resources, then that leads to sustainable development. Conservation is very important step in our hands only. We are learning lessons, we are learning geographical lessons, or we are learning science lessons, we are learning history lesson. We have to implement that one, whatever it is. That leads to some related to environment. It is very helpful for environment development. At the same time, to protect the environment also. Thank you, students and viewers. Subscribe my channel, like my channel, share my channel. Thank you.